Hey Kotaku, Evan Narcissus, we are still here at PAX East 2014, taking a look at a game that's been brewing for a long time. It's an independently developed fourth dimensional puzzler called Miegakure. Am I saying that right? Being developed by Mark Ten Bosch. Tell us a little bit about the game, Mark, and how you developed the concept of being able to manipulate the player's view in 4 dimensions.
Right. So the game is a 4-dimensional game. So you see a 3-dimensional slice of a 4-dimensional world, which means that the world has 4 dimensions, but you only see 3 dimensions at a time. And you press a button, and it swaps out 1 dimension for the 4th one. And that's how you navigate in 4 dimensions. A big inspiration for the game is all this literature on the 4th dimension and what all the cool things you could do if you could move in 4 dimensions. And in particular, this book called Flatland that talks a lot about things like that. So
now, is the 4th dimension time?
No, the 4th dimension in this game is not time. It is a generalization of the first 3 dimensions. It's a spatial dimension, a physical dimension.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like another dimension overlaying or interwoven with the 3 that we already live in?
Yeah, it's on top of it. It's you know how 2 dimensions is just this plane, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the 3rd dimension, which is pointing, pointing in a completely different way than the first 2. Well, in this game, it's we have the 3 dimensions that we know, and there's another one that's pointing somewhere out, and it makes sense mathematically.
So it sounds really, really trippy.
Yeah.
I've seen the game before, 3 years ago, and you completely changed the art style. Can you talk about that decision?
Yeah, we've been working on it for a long time to get it not only as correct as possible, the representation of the 4th dimension, but also the more correct it is, the more beautiful it ends up being, right?
So when you say correct, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, when I program this game, it's just math, and I put it in the computer, right? And then it gets displayed. But there's different approximations that you can do of how correct you're simulating the 4th dimension.
What it looks when 1 dimension folds into another.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So we've been working a lot on that, and there's lots of tech that we came up with to do that. And so I'm really happy about it because not only it looks better, it's more correct, but also it plays better because people understand more what's happening. So yeah, it's really been awesome.
All right, so let's take a look at the game. Okay. So we're taking a look at Miegakure in action here. Mark, tell me what's going on. We see 2 people fighting on the other side of the wall.
So there, you want to help this this person who's getting robbed right now, but you can't walk around the wall, and you can't jump over it. So you would be stuck normally, except you have the ability to move in the 4th dimension, like this character is telling you. So now we're going to press a button, and now we've rotated, and we're facing along the 4th dimension. So now when I'm moving this way, it doesn't mean the same thing anymore. It means moving along the 4th dimension. So I'm moving a little bit along the 4th dimension, and I press the button again, and now I'm in a parallel universe where you see some rubble fell off of the wall, and I can just walk right past it. So the wall is in another dimension right now. So now I walk past the wall. I'm going to go back by pressing the button to this view where I can walk between worlds, and I'm going to go help out. And now when I switch back, I'm on the other side of the wall, right? So this is sort of demonstrating how you can walk through walls by moving in the 4th dimension. So this level is the one that comes right after that, and the thief that you were chasing is up there. And again, there would be no way of getting up there normally, but you can go into the 4th dimension, go into this desert world again, and then jump onto this little platform over here. And from that little platform, you can actually jump on top of the mountain that was over there. And this guy is appropriately surprised by what you just did.
So that's a quick look at Miegakure. What platforms are you targeting for the game, Mark?
So PC, Mac, Linux, and likely Steam, and another console, probably PS4. We'll see.
Yeah, you're showing it with 4 different controllers here, so you can throw everybody off. There's a Xbox controller, there's a PS4 controller, and a Dreamcast controller.
Yes, it's a Dreamcast controller.
So that's the 4th dimensional version, right?
Yeah.
How far along do you think how long is the wait going to be, you think? It's been a long time already.
Yeah, it's really when it's done.
Okay.
So maybe next year, early next year.
Okay,
like
great, great. We won't hold you to it, but thank
right.
you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Ether One is a adventure game about dementia. Now, if you've never had a friend or family member struggle with dementia, it's really horrifying. They lose their own sense of self, they lose their memory, they deteriorate. It's very, very, very harsh and very emotionally draining.